As every Chicagoan knows, there are two seasons in our city, winter and construction, and winter's just about over.
Next Monday, IDOT will kick off what will be the third and final phase of the Kennedy Expressway rehab project. Andrew Ramos has new details on the headaches drivers can expect.
Now, for those of us who take the Kennedy every day, you got to admit it's been a pretty smooth ride the past couple of weeks, but unfortunately, by this time next week, it's going to be a whole different story, complete with a soundtrack. Gridlock will make its triumphant and irritating return to the Kennedy Expressway next week as the Illinois Department of Transportation kicks off the third and final phase of a years-long rehabilitation project, which will include repairing 19 bridges, repatching pavement, and replacing overhead signs and LED lights in the outbound lanes. Translation: delays, delays, and more delays.
Yeah, that's kind of tough to take. Yeah, it's have to come up with an alternate method.
Lane closures will first happen on the outbound Kennedy between Division Street and the split between the Kennedy and Edens Expressway near Montrose, leaving at least 2 lanes open to traffic. The reversible express lanes will also be open outbound, but drivers should be warned that for the first part of the phase, which lasts till June, they will not be able to exit until hitting the Edens. So if you're headed to O'Hare, you gotta take local lanes.
We will be sitting in a traffic, no movement, and for instance, we make in 40 minutes, there's going to be an hour and a half sometimes.
IJ Singh is a livery cab driver who said the first 2 phases of this construction project traumatized him. He, along with many drivers, questioned whether or not IDOT will get this project finished on time. A project, by the way, that initially had a targeted budget of $150 million that has now ballooned to $169 million.
It's going to be worse than last 2 years because there was only 2 lanes going toward west. Yeah. And it's going to be bad. It's worse than last 2 years.
You could always communicate more, and I think you're going to see that this year, and that's how we're going to go about trying to rebuild the trust, is, almost over communicating and detailing to the public what work's going to be going on.
Now, IDOT says it will be frequently updating its website with information about those closures, whether they be lanes or ramps. They're going to put that information out there as soon as they get it. Now, this third and final phase is expected to last by the end of the year. Reporting from along the Kennedy Expressway, Andrew Ramos, CBS News Chicago.